Mixed Nutters? It's your boy Marcus, back in black, and today we're gonna be covering the main man that tried to bail himself out and some crazy bees coming up next. Alright, now before we even dig into it, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, hit that notification bell so that you are notified every time we drop a video. That is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, of course. And join the Mixed Nuts family. That is Mixed Nuts 3000 on Instagram, Mixed Nuts 3000. Again, Mixed Nuts 3000. Run it. What's up, Mixed Nutters? It's your boy Marcus, back in the building, and today we're doing this first story here is about a Maine man who tried to pay his bail with counterfeit hundreds. You just heard me correctly. You're already in jail, all right, and you're trying to get out of jail, and you're trying to commit another another illegal act to get out of jail. Why would you do this? This is insane. Let's dig into the story. Like, first, let's just take a look at this dude. All right, now this happened in Maine. I don't think that this should ever happen in Maine. Like, this sounds like a Florida incident. This dude might be from Florida. I tried to research it, but turns out he was not from Florida, I don't think. So it's super weird because this is Florida behavior. Maybe he got some Florida people in his family, because this completely sounds like a Florida man story. But anyway, let's dig into it. A Maine man tried to pay his $200 bail with counterfeit cash and bought his way back into jail and a new charge. So Michael Deshawn tried to pay his bail commissioner with two phony $100 bills on Sunday, but the bogus Benjamins got him slapped with a forgery charge and locked up for a few extra hours, the York County Sheriff Office said in a Facebook post. Deshawn was already having a bad day. Police found him walking home around 5 a.m. after an argument with a female friend, the post said. The cops were called about a theft from a motor vehicle and found Deshawn had nothing to do with it, but they had to arrest him on an outstanding warrant for an unrelated theft, according to the sheriff's office. So this dude was already having a bad day, and he was like, well, since I'm having a bad day, might as well continue to make these bad decisions and go ahead and try to slip the fake $200 past him. Like, first off, you ain't at Dollar General, bro. They're gonna be able to track that back to you when they realize that the $100 bills are fake. All right, so I mean, truthfully, we probably all at one point had some counterfeit money and had no idea and was passing it through the system or whatever. But this dude definitely knew. And for them to just spot it just that quick, easily, like, the chance of them really looking into that too deep, unless it's just like super phony, is not good. So this dude just basically burned his whole day down, man. They only kept him a few hours, but still, like, dude, what are you doing, man? You having a bad day. Don't start stacking on charges. They stopped you because they thought you robbed a vehicle. It wasn't you. They still had to take him anyway because he had a warrant. Clear that up, bro. Clear them warrants up. Then, while you're trying to get out of jail for some warrant that had nothing to do with the reason why they stopped you, you commit another crime and buy yourself a few extra hours in jail. Dumb. What is going on, man? People, I know we get frustrated and stressed out, but don't abandon your common sense when you're doing stuff, man. You really want to hold on to it, All right, that's all you got in this life is some good old common sense, because you making dumb moves, that's worse. Look, it's better for you to make no moves than to make a bunch of dumb ones, because you just stacking that up on yourself. All right, now this next story is a part of our segment that we're gonna be doing here at Mixed Nuts called Mixed Nuts Science. So let's dig into it. All right, so when I first heard this story, I thought this was insane because it's not like in a laboratory. This is actually the bee itself doing this. Now, take a look at this bee, right? This single bee is making immortal clone armies of itself thanks to a genetic fluke. I'm like, let me just read this, because it's not making a version of itself like when a man and a woman come together, have a baby, and it's like a combination of them two. It's making an exact clone of itself. Nothing different genetically. Just like, boom, copy, paste, copy, paste. So let's dig into it. So this one bee has cloned itself millions of times over the past 3 decades. So when the hives of the African lowland honeybee collapse, they do so because of an invisible inner threat, the growing immortal clone army of a rival bee subspecies. That army is possible because the female workers of the rival species, the South African Cape honeybee, can create perfect copies of itself, with one individual found to have done so millions of times in the past 3 decades. With this perpetual cloning ability, the Cape honeybees sneak into the hives of their lowland honeybee rivals and churn out copy after copy. No need for a queen. Even worse, these clones are freeloaders, refusing to do any work. Now, isn't that the worst thing ever, bro? One freeloader is bad, but then that freeloader is just like gremlins, just like replicating. I didn't even know this happened, bro. That's why we gotta talk about science, man, because it's stuff in nature that's insane. This thing is basically immortal, recreating itself over and over again, not when it's about to die, just because. Don't need a queen. It doesn't help out with the work with the bees, and it just eats the honey, chills out, hangs out, replicates. That would be a nightmare. All right, can you imagine just like if it was only one homeless person, and then you came back a couple of weeks later and it was like 20 of the same dude, though? That'd be crazy. Not saying like homeless people are like freeloaders or whatever, but like just having that copy paste, like what? So this is actually a real problem, because it destroys the bee colony, because it's not really a part of the colony. It just hangs out with them and just eats and hangs out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like basically the beehive is like the corporation, and then the clone bees are like teenagers that the court system is making you take care of, because it's your kid and you gotta feed them, but they don't really do anything. That's it. So they just taking over the whole beehive, living a dream. I don't understand. I still don't get how these things happen. And this is not a man-made bee. This is like from nature. All right, it's a genetic deformity that wind up really winning. I mean, you know what I mean? But I don't see the purpose behind it. Like, why would you have a bee that don't do nothing? I don't know. But nature tends to adapt to things for a reason. So, what did Jeff Goldblum say? Life finds a way. So, this is crazy. We gotta stay up on this science stuff, man. It is so many cool science stories coming out every week. So I try to fit one in at least every other week, because there's too many stories to cover, to be quite honest, man. But dig into that. All right, Mixed Nutters, that is it for me today. If you want to support the channel, go to buymeacoffee.com/mixednuts. I'm about to make like a baby and head out, but don't you forget to go to Mixed Nuts 3000 on Instagram and join the Mixed Nuts family. Check us out here. We got new videos coming every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, of course. And until next time,